I know you guys are going to ask, why are we doing this again? But I mean, it wasn't the best for how I want to film, guys. Like, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a great weekend so far. It is currently -9 degrees out, no snow, but yes, it is ridiculously cold out. And of course, with that, I stayed inside and changed some things. We no longer have a downhill track, and I know you guys are gonna ask, why are we doing this again? But I mean, it wasn't the best for how I want to film, guys. Like, the pieces that I'm using are from 1969. Those curved tracks are not the best. And that was the reason why I got to this resin 3D printer, was to make my own track pieces, but it has its limitations because of its size. Now, what I think I'm going to have to do is just go to a fat track for downhill, maybe add the ridge jump. That was like one of my favorite things I had. It was just on the floor and very taxing to film. So where the downhill track was, we got 2 new shelves that I got courtesy of my buddy who just recently moved. We got the Australian piece right here. This is Colin Glue's little section. My man sent the coolest of Aussie cars. We got Falcons, Commodores. Yeah, I mean, this is super cool stuff. So wanted to have a shelf dedicated to my man over in Australia. And then of course we just have this one there just because it's empty. So we have another shelf right here. This is recently new. If you guys been watching the episodes, more of the M2 and big time muscle displays. And then we got 2 more of these cube ones outside sitting next to Ruby. So I don't have the real estate for them, so I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. They do fit perfectly underneath this shelf with the loose castings. I might have to move the M2s and do something else with them to have them more visible. I don't know, there's more to come, just like the track. So one thing I always wanted to do that I haven't, and until now, was I took out the holes for each connector pieces. So it's basically a smooth transition. There is going to be no more cars bouncing down the track, no unevenness. There was a lot of waviness this morning and it was really frustrating. So I decided to rip it all down, take the downhill track part, and just focus on this for right now. And then when I come across some fat tracks, maybe some curves and other things, then we will use the downhill tracks. So for right now, it's strictly going to be drag racing, and more to come with that one. All right, so back at it, guys. Like I mentioned in 2 episodes ago, we did score some goodies in our area, some new stuff, as well as some oldies that I got from a buddy locally. And then right here, guys, check this out. We got our hands on it since it is 2025, the year of the snake. We got the pink slips 2020 GT500. Look at that, man. That black fading into red is awesome. And of course, incorporating a gold snake. Dude, I am so excited that Jada focused on the Mustang on this one. They could have gone any other route, but the Shelby is definitely one car that was probably the best fit for it. So walked into Walmart last week and I was like, oh my God, there it is. People kept tagging me in it, sending me pictures, telling me I need to find it. And trust me, guys, when a Mustang comes out, I am always looking for it. So we finally got it for the collection. There's a couple more out there from Pink Slips and Jada in general that are coming out. Big Time Muscle has some really good ones I'm still trying to find. So it's just a matter of time. And when I go hunting and find them, it is definitely fun to do. So aside from the new GT500 124 scale, we did score some new stuff out of 2025's release. And here we go. First set right here. This is from Walmart. We have the Brian O'Connor set. Number 2 of the 5 cars is, of course, the hero car itself, the Toyota Supra, the most iconic and definitely legendary car right here. It's missing the heat extractors and, of course, all the sponsors. Very plain, I must say. Not the best release of it, but it is definitely one I wanted to get for the collection. So, like I'd mentioned before, I got rid of all of my Fast and the Furious cars and donated them to Chris over at Furiously Collecting because his collection is just insane and definitely motivated me to focus on Mustangs because the theme he has, that is cool. Very, very cool. I said I wasn't going to pick up any more Fast and Furious cars, but the Supra, man. I mean, the cars for this series are super sweet. So mid-level premium, this is a plastic base, metal body, number 2 of 5. Then of course his Eclipse. God, another one. Very freaking cool. It's missing so much detail. But another one for the collection. You're missing the modern image on the hood. You have the Blitz body kit. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could have added, but they didn't. So, I mean, it is still a very, very cool one. This is number 1 of 5, and this is a metal on metal cast. Check that out. That's actually pretty sweet. So there's number 1. Number 3, the top 3 are really sweet, is of course the BNR 34. It's been released numerous times, but I noticed on all of these, there are 0 parts lists or sponsors on them. Very basic. And just with the deco, that is really it. There is no other words. You got the license plate, that's about it. But no sponsors, no parts list, no nothing. Very, very plain. And then, of course, I did leave the other one of the Ford Escort on pegs. And the white Supra, I think we got that one. So let's go ahead and see if we did. I'm pretty sure we did. Yep, here we go. His white one from his last and final movie. This is a beautiful one. Now, this one's actually pretty accurate because his was just super clean. I don't think his car had that wing on there with the pedestal style. I think he had more of the whale tail. I gotta look. But I'm pretty sure it didn't have this wing on it. But to utilize the same tooling, they had to use it. Very clean, though. This one is a plastic base. So it looks like so far the only one with a metal base is the Eclipse. So 4 of the 5 cars, like I said, I left the Escort on pegs. It's not really my thing. But these cars right here are just super iconic to me. Now, on the opposite spectrum, the Villains was also released, but there was only 2 on pegs. And I got the coolest ones right here. We have the 1966 Ford 427 Fairlane. Beautiful color. I love the setup of this one. I mean, look at that. I mean, very, very cool. You got headlights, of course. Taillights are on there. Just your standard mid-level series for the silver logo. And this one is a plastic base. So very cool Villains right there. And then right here, this one's probably the coolest one out of all of them, the 1973 Camaro. This was the F-Bomb Camaro. Very cool. I love this one. Love the green. I love the black. Just, I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one is a better series? You got the Brian O'Connor. Then, of course, you got the Villains. And I think there's Women of Fast too, but I haven't seen those. But I think the S2000 is also out of this one. Yep, you have the Honda S2000, the 2005 Aston Martin DB9, and the DeLorean Alphas. Only got these 2. So here are those for Fast and the Furious. Man, I can't believe I got more Fast and the Furious when I said I wasn't going to, but you guys got to admit, these are the coolest ones out of these series. If they are, let me know which one is your favorite. Is it the Brian, or is it Villains, or if it's both? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, and then next one is the hottest 5-pack right now. We have the Formula F1. Here we go. We have a really cool lineup of teams. We have the McLaren, you have BWT Alpine, you have the Visa Red Bull, you have Kick Sauber F1 team, then you got MoneyGram Haas F1 team, and Formula One, of course. But the Haas, very cool. You got aero discs on all of them, which it should be that way. But very cool lineup, man. This is kind of the roots of the older Hot Wheels when they were really focused on Formula and NASCAR and all that stuff. Hopefully they get back to the roots. Seems like they are, especially with the new deal with Ferrari. Hopefully we can get some nostalgic stuff back. But yeah, found that one at Target. And then this one was also the most anticipated 5-pack for 2025. It is the Nightburnerz set. Probably the best set to come out in a very long time. I think the last best one is, of course, the Mustang 5-pack. This one right there. That is probably the best one since. We do have the Corvette, Lamborghini. We had the Porsche. No, we did not have Porsche. A lot of great 5-packs. This is another one to go into that collection. We have the Ford Sierra Cosworth. Very clean. I love the color setup. You have the Nissan Maxima Drift. Probably the best color release. It's almost like a bluish gray titanium color. You got the Toyota Supra, the GR Supra in ruby red metallic. You have the Dimocini Veloce in black. That one's, oh man, that's probably my favorite one out of all these. And then, of course, the Subaru WRX STI wagon in pink. Yeah, solid lineup for these 5-packs. So hopefully you guys had luck finding either one of these or both. Don't pay secondhand market value for them. They are still releasing and being dropped this year. You have a whole year to still catch this. So please do not overspend on buying those 5-packs. They are not going to go anywhere. They're not going to be limited or pulled from release. Just patience, guys. Just, that's all I could say. All right, and then this bag right here, a local collector had some Mustangs he wanted to get rid of because he said they're just sitting in his shop. So here is the first one. We have a blue Boss 302. Check that out. White and blue, or blue with white. Very cool. I got to clean it off, dust it, polish it. But let's see. What is the brand? This is a Tootsie Toy. Very cool. It's number 08913. That is awesome. Look at that. That is a cool one. It's in very good shape as well. I just got to clean it off. I think he threw 2 of them in here. Let's see. I think there's another one right here. Yep, we got 2 of them. So 2 Boss 302s. It looks like they're the same color, same wheels. There is nothing different between them, but we got 2 of them. Look at that. Next one is another 143 scale. This is a 1965, I believe. Could be a 64.5. Let's see, does it say on the bottom? It does not. But yeah, this is a 1965. You got the vinyl top. Check that out. Tan interior. You got some classic hubcaps on there. And then the trunk does open. Look at that. They really wanted you to know the trunk space, not the motor underneath. Not the 289, they just cared about the trunk space on this tooling. But opening doors, very cool one right here. Just a classic setup. So definitely a really cool one to add as well. And then dropping into 164 scale, we got a Hot Wheels that we do have in the collection. We have the blue 1999 Mustang with the silver 3 spokes. Now, I've mentioned it before, and anytime I get a chance to, I will let you guys know, especially if this is the first episode you watching. We have a few variations of this one. You have the 5-spoke, 3-spoke, red interior, and then, of course, the blue one was the very first release of the 99. So this is another one added to the collection. It's dusty, it's not scratched up or anything, so very good shape for this. Yeah, here we go. Next one is a baby blue 65. This is a white wall. Look at that. We do have one loose as well as carded. I want to say it came out of the same series as this one, the Hot Wheels Classics. You have it facing the opposite way, which is very interesting for Hot Wheels. There's been times where they've been facing the opposite way. I don't know when that changed or if it changed or if it was just a common thing to find them facing in 2 different directions. But we have the loose one here. We have the carded one. And now we have this one with oxidized window. It's not in the best shape, but still another cool one to add to the loose collection. All right, and then I think there's one more in here. Yep, here we go. Check this out, guys. This is really cool. This is a super barn find 68 fastback out of Johnny Lightning. Oh no, this is Greenlight. My bad. Look at that, man. I love the multicolors. You got the patina, the paint just coming off. It is a really, really cool one. I don't know what this comes out of. So if you guys know the series, let me know. If not, I'll put it on the screen for you guys so you don't have to do the research. But yeah, this is an awesome loose one. Very cool. It's like you don't have to worry about the condition because it's supposed to look like that. So there we go, guys. This was our latest haul, and of course, some new Mustangs added to the collection. We got some 65s, some Boss 302s. We got the 68, 65, and 99. But the best one out of all of them is, of course, the Year of the Snake Pink Slips GT500. Absolutely love the color setup of that one. Then from Hot Wheels 2025 releases, we got the Formula F1 5-pack, the Nightburnerz 5-pack. We got the 2 cars, number 4 and number 3 from the Silver Series Fast and the Furious villain set, and then 4 of the 5 cars from the Brian O'Connor series. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, and of course, comment down below, like I mentioned earlier, which one is your favorite out of each one of these sets, if you have found these, and then of course, the goodies that we add for the collection of Mustangs. So as we always say, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you can stay tuned for all of our future episodes. And of course, until next time, this is the Mustang Hunter. Peace.